Hello, this is Team Dawgsforce, and this marks video 1 out of 2 for your training in regard to the campus kitchen system. So in this video, we'll be going high-level overview structure of the system, and the second video will be more specific to your role. So please make sure in the user manual area that you only select the video that relates to your role. There are 3 posted. One for administrator, one for intern, and one for volunteer. So let's dig into the structure of the system. Everyone will enter through this initial login page, and we definitely recommend using this login page and not the back end Salesforce way. So we're going to enter our login credentials here, and we're going to use the staff account because it has full visibility into the system. But regardless of your login credentials, you'll be welcomed into this page here. The top will be permanent. These 2 bars will always be available. The visibility might be a little different based on your role, but you will be able to access your profile details by clicking here. At any point, you can edit your title, address, things like that. Also, this little icon here, the Campus Kitchen logo, will bring you back home at any point. Also, this little home button here does the exact same thing. So if you're in the middle of the system and need to go back to the main page, you can click here. Next, the important thing to note is this main taskbar here and the tile menu below serve the exact same purpose. And the reason why we have both is when you're on the main page, it might be easier to select the tile. However, if you're in the system in the middle of it, it might be easier to use this top taskbar. However, you only need to enter data or modify or delete data one time. You don't have to do it here and then go back and click on the tile one as well. The system keeps data live and edits constantly, so you only need to enter it one time. So next, I'm going to go through the different tile options and explaining what they mean. So the client deliveries represent the food that will be donated to the individual family, so the meal specific information. The destination deliveries represents the food that is donated to the agencies that need food, so the leftover pounds that are donated to the Salvation Armies and Daily Breads of the world. The donations represent the food that is donated from an agency, and it counts the exact number of pounds per donation instance. The donors represent those agencies that are doing the donating. So say my company, Team Dawgsforce donates food, we're going to record their information here. The destinations that are receiving the food, so the agencies that are receiving the food, we're going to record their information here, their address, email. The client families are similar to the destinations, however, it's the individual families, not organizations or agencies that are receiving the food. So we can say the Brown family has 4 kids. We'll record that information here. The delivery routes, we don't need to edit a whole lot, but it records essentially the different routes that the volunteers are taking to deliver food. So let's say Route 1 covers this area of Athens. That's what we're recording here. And then reports basically displays the data in a visual way for the different instances. So those are going to be your main options. You can click around to learn more about it. But once you're in it, when you select a tile, you'll see this is all the data in the system for it, and you can change it to be recently viewed. As well as you can add a filter, so if you need to change the views, you can do that via the filter functionality. There are other setting options like editing the list filters, selecting fields to display, as well as clicking refresh to make sure data is fully refreshed. And then lastly, you can create a chart here to display the data. However, some charts per se have been pre-made for you via the reports, but that is an option. The last thing I'll mention is you can add a new record by clicking this new button here, and a form will display allowing you to add new data into the system. So this is the old data. To add new ones, you'll click the new button. In general, this is the overall structure of the system. The last thing I'll mention is to log out. You're going to click here and log out, and the page will look a little different. So make sure when you go back to log in, you use this main page here and not the page that they leave you on. So thank you for listening to part 1, and please proceed to the user manual to watch the corresponding video that relates to your role for the part 2 section. Thank you.